And while you may know that Carey Price is actually married to Angela Price, they were actually set up on a blind date, and apparently this one wasn't too awkward. Angela was set up by her friend who was actually dating Carey's roommate at the time. Carey's schedule didn't even allow them for a honeymoon after they got married until much later, because the very next day he had to fly to Calgary for Hockey Canada's Olympic orientation camp for the 2014 Winter Olympics. So I guess they had to postpone it for a little while. It's all in the genes. Yes, Carey Price's father was also a goaltender, and he was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers in the 8th round, 126th overall in the 1978 NHL amateur draft. Although Jerry never played in the NHL, he did play 4 seasons of professional hockey in various leagues, and was, for a time, even a goaltending coach of the Tri-City Americans. Did you know that Carey Price actually traveled by plane as a kid to practice? When Price was 3, his family moved to the remote town of Anaheim Lake in northern British Columbia, where he was also raised. He was taught to play goaltender by his father on a frozen creek during their winter months, and played organized hockey in Williams Lake over 5 hours and 200 miles away by car on Highway 20. Having to make the 10-hour round trip 3 days a week, Carey's father decided to buy a plane to get him to practice and games. Talk about first class. In the warmer months of the year, while Price isn't serving time between the pipes, he bobs around his home Providence on the British Columbia Rodeo Association circuit, taking part in the team roping event with his buddy Wade McNulty. The short saddle strokes of team roping go like this. A steer is released from a chute, and one cowboy, the header, is responsible for roping the animal's head and turning it 90 degrees, allowing the second cowboy, known as the heeler, to ride and rope the hind legs. As you would expect, this is all done as quickly as possible. McNulty is a header, while Price is a heeler, which you may swap out one vowel, is precisely the role he has played as a Habs heeler last season. While rodeo and hockey might be, at first blush, seem as different as a horseshoe and a skate, Price noted that there is some overlap between his 2 positions. Goaltending and heeling are pretty similar because you have to read what's going to happen before it happens. Carey Price is a devout Christian and admits that he attends church when hockey season permits it. He actually has a Bible verse stitched inside his blocker. "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." A sentence that summarizes how Carey approaches hockey and life.